What a wild week. I'm back to work for now 3 whole days after having been off for a month. It has been wild. And had a buddy of mine, I ran into him last night. He said, he said, with some of the stuff you've been through and some of the stuff I'm seeing about you this week, do you ever do stuff on the air that you regret? And I went, good Lord, dude, I've been on the air for 30 years. 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. That's tens of thousands of hours of opportunity to screw up. Of course I've done things I regret. Of course. And I've been on stages in front of well over 1 million people in live audiences in the 30 years that I've spoken. Have I said some things on stage that were cringeworthy? Oh, you bet. Sometimes intentionally, sometimes I go back and go, I don't even know where that came from. What was I? Too much coffee before I walked out there. I mean, yeah. This is a fun world I live in because everything I do just about is live. And then worse than that, it's recorded and played over and 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 over again. So, yeah, that's part of my life. And so I get the opportunity, the ones I told him, I said, the only thing I really regret. Now, I made some mistakes, but hey, you're going to make mistakes if you're in the ring swinging, right? So I'm okay with that. And I've done some stuff that's cringeworthy. Probably wouldn't do it again, but I was in the ring swinging. I'm okay with that. You put your dukes up, go at it. You're gonna hit some stuff sometimes. It's okay. The only thing, and I've quit doing these. The only ones I regret are when I've done rants where I attacked a person. And somewhere around 20 years ago, I made a decision that I don't do that anymore on the air. I will attack an idea big time. And there's people that I just, from a distance, that I really don't like, but that's not the point. The point is for me to talk to you guys and to teach and talk about an idea. And so, but there's YouTube out there of me floating around from the old Fox Business days when I had a show on there, attacking an individual about something. And I wished I hadn't done that. And I teach our Ramsey personalities. I said, don't do that. And so there's lots of people out there that teach things that are opposite of me, that say negative things about me even. And I don't want that. That's one of the things I don't do. But I tell you what, we did a video one time with a bunch of coordinators in it from Financial Peace University and put pictures of those people in a brochure. And it came out about 2 years later while we were still using the video that one of those guys was arrested for child pornography. So you know what we did? We threw those brochures away and we edited that video, and that guy's gone, right? Because we certainly don't want to be associated with that, and we certainly didn't know anything about it at the time. But you talk about cringeworthy, jeez. And you remember the old guy, the crocodile hunter? Wasn't he lovable? Got killed, remember him? And his kids are running around there, precious, now doing shows and stuff. And it was a show we all watched. And I used to do a joke, and it was in one of the old FPU videos, and it was a funny joke. But it was tragic. And I used to say, if you keep playing with credit cards, you're going to get bet. That guy that messes with those crocodiles one of these days, he keeps messing with those dangerous animals, he's going to get it. Well, he did get it, right? And so it was completely uncool to leave that video out there, right? It was a funny joke while he's alive, but, it was pretty bad taste and cringeworthy to leave it out. So we edited that video and took that joke out. And obviously we don't use that joke anymore. It's not funny because the guy got killed, bless his heart, right? And it's not. So I did a rant on Monday about the over-dramatization of the earthquakes in Puerto Rico and the fires in, which are all bad things, the fires in Australia. And I even made fun of, on Monday, get this, I made fun of local schools last year, a perfectly sunny day, and there was a prediction of a line of storms coming through that might have tornadoes in it, and they closed school. And I was making fun of them all being wusses. 12 hours later, Nashville gets hammered, right? Talk about cringeworthy. That's cringeworthy. And so, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm up because I got people calling me. There's stuff broken everywhere. There's, stuff we own, and geez, what a mess. And people that we know are hurting and all this kind of stuff. Well, obviously, I still think it's stupid that you cancel school the day before on the prediction that there might be a tornado. But talk about bad timing to say something like that right before my own community, all the people I love, get slammed. Because by the way, no one predicted the tornadoes Monday night in Nashville. There were no predictions of them. It was a thunderstorm. There were not tornadic activity predicted 24 hours in advance. And we got hammered. This community's hurting right now. And so it would be bad taste, wouldn't it not, to leave that rant with that line up? Of course it'd be. So immediately we took that rant off the air, off the podcast, and we edited out of the YouTube account out. Now we put the rest of the rant up without the tornado comment because it's bad taste. I mean, it's bad taste to talk about the crocodile guy after he died, on video, even though at the time your point was still valid. But that doesn't matter. But, snowflakes are out there. Dave Ramsey has to be held accountable for his tornado joke. And we have to hold him accountable because I'm a wuss. And he edited that stuff out and is hiding from it. No, I edited it out because it's in bad taste, you goofus. And it's really the worst possible timing to make that very valid point. Because they two actually have nothing to do with each other except that there's a tornado involved at exactly the wrong time. 12 hours later, we get hammered. What are the chances of this? It'd be like me doing the crocodile joke and the guy gets killed 12 minutes later. It'd just be awful. What horrible timing. So, yeah, out of good taste and because my friends and my community are hurting, we pulled that stuff down. So in case you wanted to know, it's pulled down. So there's a piece of the podcast that's missing from Monday because of my mouth. So, if you want to hold me accountable for something, Snowflake, here's what you do. Listen to somebody else, because I don't really care if you're in my audience. You're too stupid. That's how you hold me accountable. So, I'm going to be in here swinging, and I'm going to be in here making jokes, and I'm going to be in here cutting up, and I'm going to call out wusses when I see wusses, and I'm going to break stuff, and I'm going to keep doing this. I've been doing it for 30 years, and that's why 18 million people listen to the show every day, and it's not going to stop. And if you want to bitch and moan about that, you can, but you're blocked on Twitter already. If I could block you off listening, I would, because you're too stupid to help. So move on and go listen or do something else. My gosh, you people need to get a life. You're wusses. Seriously. But there's a difference in regretting this and being held accountable and apologizing versus having good taste in the middle of a cringe-worthy moment and the world's worst freaking timing. I hope you understand the difference. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.